Hey yo, what's going on everybody? This is David and today I wanted to talk about why Battlefield 2042 is still boring. So we're seeing all these seasons come out for Battlefield 2042 and what are we seeing from people? They're saying that it's boring. The game is just not fun, all right? And I'm experiencing the same exact thing. I can't get through 20 minutes of the game without feeling dead bored and going to another game. The game is just not captivating, not fun. And also on consoles, the input lag delay is just unbearable. So I can't even play on consoles. But either way, even when I was playing on a PC at 4K 120 FPS, I was still getting dead bored with the game. And I actually came up with some reasons of why the game is boring and why I think that it's not as captivating and not as addictive as previous Battlefields. And I just wanted to kind of compare Battlefields, the previous Battlefields, to Battlefield 2042. And it'll kind of make sense to the reasons that I'm talking about in this video for Battlefield 2042 and why it's so boring. So if you remember in Battlefield 5, the movement animations were so fluid. I mean, you could do so much in the game with your character. You could dive to prone, you could crouch while running, you could jump over low and high obstacles. So kind of like in Modern Warfare 2, you remember how you can kind of jump up on ledges and then climb over them? Well, you could do the same thing in Battlefield 5 already. So also when you're close to an object or a house or whatever, you could actually automatically lean to the left or to the right. And then with a gunplay with Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 4, you really had to kind of think about your shot placement. You had to burst fire. You had to think about the bullet spread, and there was suppression as well. So you really felt like you were just one of the soldiers, and you also had to really think about how you were shooting your gun. And the engagements lasted longer. You didn't just die from stupid stuff within 5 seconds, right? You were just getting these gunfights with other players. You would be shooting at each other, and then you would have to kind of try to outflank each other, and then you would be shooting at each other, maybe get a few hits, and then you would have to like outflank each other again, and then finally like maybe 30 seconds later, one of you got each other. Whereas in Battlefield 2042, the guns all kind of feel lasery, right? They all feel super static and are very predictable, and that's why the gunplay was just so much better in the older Battlefields. So let's talk about Battlefield 2042. Let's talk about why it's so bad. The first reason is because Battlefield 2042 has really shitty animations for the running and the death. So I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but whenever you die in 2042, your character literally has like only a few animations. He'll literally just like get shot and then kind of bounce back, and then he'll have that like death animation where he's like waiting for help, right? That's literally it. Like you can shoot so many enemies and they'll have just that one animation. They'll just fall back unconvincingly. If you remember in Battlefield 4, Battlefield 3, DICE was actually making a big deal about the animations of the characters, the running animations and the death animations. They wanted to make it feel real. So I remember just playing Battlefield 4, whenever you like shoot an enemy, they'll dynamically fall to how you shoot them and what their position is when you shot them. So if they're running forward, they'll like dynamically fall forward or to the side or backwards. And every death animation feels different as well. It feels really dynamic to how they are moving when you shot them. And also the running animations are also really good too. They don't feel stiff. They feel like they're just one of the soldiers in the game. So whenever you're playing the game in multiplayer, you actually feel like you're just like playing this campaign or something, right? It doesn't feel like these are other players that you're playing with. It just feels, I don't know, just so unscripted. And the last thing is the specialists. The specialists in Battlefield 2042 just are not it, guys, all right? And the reason is because we don't want 20 other McKays running around, right? You just have these goofy characters running around saying the same lines over and over again, and you have 20 others using the same exact character that looks exactly like you. It doesn't feel like the previous Battlefields where you were this faceless, nameless soldier out in the battlefield. I really hope with the next Battlefield we get back to the roots. Thank you guys for watching the video. Go like, subscribe, and let me know what you guys think in the comments below.